Hi, everybody. This is Kathleen with Guidelight Tarot. Welcome to the program. I think we're going to have a small room today because I've been going live on Saturdays, but the more the merrier. And I think we're going to have a small room today because I've been going live on Saturdays, but I didn't realize the more the merrier audio was on my other computer. Hold on a second. We muted that so we don't have all that feedback. Okay. Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. It's 101 here today in sunny California. I was just talking to Snow Wolf, and he was telling me there's a big solar flare coming that's going to hit the Earth in 2 days, which probably accounts for why we're supposed to hit 105 by Wednesday. Yeah. I'm hoping it'll cool off. I'm ready for summer to be over, and we've got another month of this in my area because we're hot all the way through September. Hey, JR, add you to the list. Just a second. Just got started. Thank you for coming back in today, JR. I'm sorry didn't get you yesterday. Those of you that are on my Facebook Messenger, I sent out sort of a group letting people know I started reading on Saturdays again, but just let everybody know I'm doing Saturday shows now, and then I'm going to continue to follow Sunday shows after Brendan, and that way if they don't get to they have a lot of people in the room, they don't get to the 3-card readings, they can come over and get to 3-card readings on my channel. Brendan and I are good friends, and of course, anytime I'm filling in when Anne's not available to do the Sunday shows with her, I usually will fill in for her or one of the other readers. If I'm working with Brenda on a Sunday, I'm not going to follow it with a Sunday program because that ends up being 4 hours of reading, which is a little overwhelming for us psychics to do 4 hours straight readings. So, anyways, I'm doing really good. Off all the pain meds. I'm getting good sleep now. My husband and I have worked through our problems, and our communications are back. I'm actually seeing the man I married and not the one he's been for the last couple of years. Had a lot of sit-down heart-to-hearts and really talking about issues that have come up in our relationship over the last few years and health problems and, really finding our balance. So that's a good thing. And I told him, this is it. If it converts back to what it's been the last couple of years, I'm not doing it again. This is the only chance, so no more. But I'll raise my hand if he's crossing the line. And it's a matter of good communications. It's always important in a relationship. And if we can't communicate, what is there? There's really nothing left to work through. Patrons, well, I heard you're going to be fine with that leaded basement. You got that. Don't worry about it. That's okay. Drive. Be safe. Okay, I'm going to do a reading for the collective, just energy for the collective. Hopefully it won't be too political. It is Sunday. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of the politics. Let's see what we get. This is going to be from our specific perspective, not the political perspective, how we're dealing with what's going on in the world right now, rather than how the politicians are acting. figure it's safer for me to read from that direction, how we're reacting, how we're responding to the stresses of the world as they're appealing to us. Well, we've got the Six of Coins. This is, as the underlying card of the reading, this is, of course, charity. I don't think of this as us being charitable so much as working together as a collective, helping each other out when we see that there's needs. If we need help with something or somebody needs help from us, working together, making a deal, making, a service for a service. How can I help you? How can you help me? Type of charity work, getting together, and sharing, meeting needs for each other. Is that Brenda? Hi, Brenda. Under that, we get the King of Cups. That's that emotional king. That's just us, using that abundance energy, that emotional energy. It's a strong king, but he's emotional king. And he wants to bring balance and fairness and spirituality into the family. And we've got the World card, so we know we're going to get through this. We're going to come together as a collective to make it through these hard times. We're not going to allow that division that we seem to perceive is overwhelming us right now. Coming into this reading, we get the Ace of Swords. We know the truth is going to come out, and we're going to fight and stand up for our rights, our beliefs as a collective. And, no kings, as we say, no dictatorship. That's not what America's about. It's going to take us a while to heal, but we're going to stand in our truth and stand and fight for what we believe in and what we believe this country is supposed to be. We all do it in our own ways. Some of us, and I can't get out in March right now. I don't have the ability to do that. But I get on my platform, I talk about it, and I move on to the personal stuff. We all contribute in the ways we can. We do what we can to speak our voice and be heard. In the center of the reading, we get the High Priestess. That's our connection to the divine. That's us being woke. That's us taking guidance from our guides and our spiritual connection with the higher order, the divine. It's crossed by the Hangman. We see our government right now in the United States is being hung up, but we're not going to be hung out to dry at the same time. We know that there's a lot of problems. We do see that we will stand up and fight for this energy and stay strong in our beliefs. Above us is the Fool. And that Fool card, I think, is how we're seeing our government right now, the foolishness, the ridiculousness. I mean, even the courts are starting to side with the people, that the tariffs, the arrest, the ICE agents, the National Guard, all those things, it's backfiring. And I don't care how much spaghetti you throw on the wall, none of it's really, truly sticking. And all we can do is pray that our Supreme Court, once it makes it up there, that they will see what they've created. What's underneath is the Eight of Wands. Things are going to start moving quickly. I think we're going to see a lot of change happening in the next few months. And I do think this has to do with the health of the orange one. What news? I've been trying to stay out of a lot of the news, but I have to catch up once in a while, see what's going on. I do think his health is declining quickly, and if you don't watch for a month and you check back in, oh God, you really notice it. But I think it's going to continue just spiraling as everything's out of control. He can't control the narrative. Of course, he's doing this, that, and the other, trying to distract, but none of it's working in his way. You know, we're recognizing the illusion, the delusion that's going on around us, and we're speaking up to it. We're writing our congressmen. We're stepping out in protest. We're speaking out in protest. And we're not going to let that go. We're not going to just dismiss it and pretend like it's not happening. And we're getting support. We, the people, are getting support from the world, even though our government has diminished relationships around the world. We, the people, aren't being held accountable for what our administration is doing right now. It will take years for us to heal. It may be one cycle of government, it may be two, to rebuild trust and relationships and trade and everything that's been destroyed. But it will happen. Where we're feeling right now is the Queen of Wands. I think that's that Biden energy. We want that balance, that Biden and Kamala Harris as a team is bringing to America. Everything that's been undone. We want to recapture that. We know there's been problems in our government. What government doesn't have problems? But we also realize that as our government comes back together and functioning again, there will be changes. It won't function like it did when they started letting people go and shutting down. They'll take a different look and different perspective of how things are handled, how they're processed, streamlining it, updating computer systems, etc. And I used to work with the federal government, very outdated systems, so they've needed some advanced technology to bring them up to the 22nd century or whatever since they're in 21st, 22nd. Anyways, but that will happen. It takes time, but it will happen. We are on a life path journey with the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, even though we're in this downward slump right now, we will rise back up. It's just a matter of time. As long as we stay strong as a collective, we will make it through this. It's not going to be easy. Yes, we will have struggles. I don't think the majority of us will fall under. There'll be a few that do. I mean, there'll be a few that do. You can't do as much damage as he's done without some people getting hurt from it. But I think as a majority of us in the United States, we will get this turned around and straightened out. The advice from Spirit is the Seven of Pentacles. We reap what we sow, and we need to continue to plant those seeds on what it is we see America going, what direction we want it to go. As we work towards it and we support what we believe in, we will reap what we sow, and we will come back out of this financially, with security, and I think a lot more understanding with our nation's culture. We will end this cultural divide at the level we have it now. I see us respecting. I know just watching people within the community. Everybody has a bit of racism, and even if they didn't consider themselves racist, they've taken a second look at their belief systems, and that's not what they want. And we have more in common than differences. And we recognize that in each other. We respect that in each other. That's what makes America America, is the diversity of our country. And I think it's taken a lot for us to recognize that in our country. But we will find our balance. The final outcome is that balance. It's the Two of Pentacles. It's not only financial balance, and it's not just balance in our society, but it's a balance overall. I think we're going to come out learning our lesson, not having to repeat our lesson, and correcting all the bad things that we're recognizing that they're trying to slip back into, like fossil fuels and things like that. We'll get that all turned around. We'll get our environment cleaned up. We'll get cleaner energy. protected lands, social safety nets, jobs, education, healthcare, things like that under control. Because those are things that are important to the nation as a whole. And, bottom line is that's what we need. We need to have uniformity and work in an area of love, nurturing, and caring for each other and supporting each other as a nation rather than having this division and negativeness. Like I said, prepare for the future. Don't go hog wild and go out and do a ton of spending, but pick up the little extra food items when you go grocery shopping, this or that or the other. Have abundance available. If you bake bread, like I bake, I know Brenda does. We bake bread. We enjoy doing it. So if somebody down the street doesn't bake bread and I make bread and I make 2 loaves, share a loaf. Help neighbors out. It's $3 a loaf of bread, and I can make a loaf for about 50 cents a loaf. I mean, let's share that talent. But, that's what we are as a society. We have to look after each other when we're in the time of need. And I think that we are awakening to that and, helping each other out and being supportive of each other. And we have a beautiful community of people here that we support each other spiritually, emotionally, everything that's going on in our lives. And I like this reading because it's not pure politics. It's about us as people, what it is that we find is important as a society, as a nation, as trade partners, as we interact with people around the world. And, with our internet and the fact that we are in contact, I have friends all over the world, Netherlands, Canada, Europe, Australia. It's absolutely amazing how big our community is and how small our world really is and how much we all have in common, and what we want out of life across the board is just to be able to live comfortably. It's not greed. It's not owning everything. It's not being bigger and better than the Joneses. We just want to have peace, comfort, enough money to live on, a vacation once in a while. I always joke, one of those vacation things I have never experienced in years. And to me, a vacation isn't visiting relatives. We always joke about that in our family. That's usually where we went on vacation, is the relative's house, and vice versa. But we just want some balance, comfort. I'm not a person that has a lot of material needs, and I think most people don't. Yeah, we want to drive a decent car. We don't have to worry about our car breaking down every time you turn around. But we don't need to change car like we change our underclothes. Transportation's important. Having a Beamer or a Rolls Royce doesn't really matter to most of us. It's the fact that we have reliable transportation so we can get to the grocery store, to the doctor, to work, to see our family, our grandkids, and to function. So, anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. That's my reading for the collective. I'm going to read. I'm doing the $5 if you want to submit a question. I've already got a donation from Tony. Thank you, Tony. So I'll read Tony first. Of course, the question, the readings for questions will take a priority, and then everybody else will do 3-card reading. I am going to pull postcards from spirits. We'll go from there. And then the 3-card readings are, of course, the 3 readings. Sorry, I did shuffle my deck. 3 cards for Dean. Off screen. Level of shuffle. Did you have a question, Tony? Are we doing a general slide up? Thank you so much. He said, hit the like and subscribe. Yes, please do. Anybody that's new to the channel, let me know you're new and you're subscribed, and I will do a Celtic cross. I had two in yesterday, light blue, and can't remember the name of the other person. I know when I see it, I'll know it. That if they come in today, I will do full Celtics for them. For Tony. But I'm going to throw the cards you got yesterday. There's someone. Underlying card of the reading is the moon. You're still working on some of that shadow work, just picking up some of those things that have lingered in your past that you need to work through and let go of. You have, two cards coming out. You are going to be recognized for accomplishments with this Six of Wands, and those are camera flashes. It's hard to see this card and everything, but those are cameras and they're the flashes going up. So it's a card of recognition rather than a victory card or a false victory card. It's recognition, being recognized. What came out with that is that Ten of Wands. Whatever obstacles you've had in your way, you know how to get them out of your way and move forward. So you're not letting obstacles get in your way with that 10 months. And of course, you're working in your higher self. You're connected with spirit. You're connected with your higher source. And you're taking that guidance and energy from higher source. And yes, I know I got this card for you yesterday. Your strength. Yes, you are nothing but strength. You know what you want. You know what you want to achieve. And you will achieve it. I think yesterday's reading, if I remember right, had something to do with you possibly being promoted as you're looking towards possibly retiring. Of course, you're in the, do I retire now? When do I want to do it? But you may end up with a promotion and stay a little longer just to get that higher 3 balance in toward your retirement. You're open to opportunities right now. We come into this reading again with that Ace of Wands, that fire energy. You're taking action to any opportunities coming towards you. This is your power card. This is your creativity, your education, your knowledge. You bring all of that forward, and you're able to use that to achieve strength and move forward. You're in a period of great awakening. You're trying to make life decisions on when do I want to leave, when do I want to retire, when, and you're checking it out, you're planning ahead, but you're connecting with spirit, taking that guidance, and you're aware of your environment, you're aware of what you need to live on, and you're looking at what options you have moving forward and all that. But you're very connected with spirit right now. In the center of the reading, I get the embodiment of wands. Yeah, another action from the embodiment cards are the king cards. So you're ruling you're ruling life, your household, your career, everything with that creativity, with that fire energy, that education, that knowledge that's carrying you forward to allow you to achieve what you want to achieve. You run your household, your life, and your business life all in with that energy, that strength energy, that fire energy. You're the emperor. You rule your strength. Here we got the lions and your spirituality in the symbolism in this card. Like I said, you're nothing but strength, and aren't afraid to work towards what you want to achieve. And you always see that. You also manifest what you want with the Seven of Cups. This is your ability to put out in the universe what it is I want, what I want to achieve. You have all those goals and dreams out there. You put that energy out to the universe and it comes true for you. Yes, sometimes it takes a little time, but you can create your own destiny. So it's all up to you. Let spirit know what it is you want to achieve, and they're there to help you because you are on your life's path. It's something you and I have talked about multiple times. It's always showing up in your cards. So blessings to you, Tony. And so glad to see you in the room. Hope you're not driving. I know you've been really busy. It's been a busy weekend for you. I'm going to cut these in. And let me pull you a postcard from Spirit. I reshuffled my deck. I don't think I've actually ever read in that deck yet. I've never sat down and spread them even. And I just randomly pull them out. So to go all as I pop them out. Oh, yeah, this is the one I want to be right here. And it's you are loved. And it says, even though life seems now to be moving full stream ahead, it's time to rest. Follow the ideas that flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor the process of becoming empty and allowing for inspiration and the magic of dreaming. You might feel lazy and unproductive, but you know better. Just as sleep is the way to recharge before renewal, so are the times for dreaming. This is a powerful process to co-create towards co-creation. Your soul merges with spirit in the profound way that you can receive the music directly from source and play a part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune into what others can't hear. You have many dreams to share with you. We have many dreams to share with you in the sacred and the invisible. Don't worry, we'll wake you when it's time to return with new dreams. No need to set an alarm clock. Loving you always. Well, what did I say? You got an opportunity coming through, girl. So I like that card, and that is the first time I've ever seen that card, so I love it. Okay, and we'll go on to the 3-card readings. Let me make sure I've got everybody on the list. Last person I added to the list was Brenda. It is a very small room today, so I sort of like that. Less rush. Well, first up is, it's in first in the room, and our wonderful helper and moderator, Tammy Bambi. Tammy asked me how I was doing. I'm doing great. I'm feeling good. I put on 20 pounds, which I'm glad because I was getting too thin for my comfort. And it's given me a natural facelift. I needed some of the fat back in my face. I was looking pretty wrinkled. Well, that I think I'm feeling better just overall. So, and the stress levels are down. You know, we wear stress on our face. Oh, this was a theme yesterday. Be in the present is the underlying card of the reading. Whatever you put out there in the universe, they will shine back on you. So wish upon that star. Oh yeah, and we've got the Seven of Cups, See what you want and you'll achieve what you want. You can manifest your thing. So like I said, the wish card, the stars, and in the manifestation, totally, totally important to you. We're coming in this reading today as you working in conjunction with others for the Three of Cups, a celebration, a unity. I'm hearing family around you. This is a family-oriented card. You're working with your family, doing something creative. I don't know, getting together this weekend, celebrating Labor Day, and just enjoying the long weekend with family. But I'm feeling like this is around family. It's around unity. It's around togetherness. You are the Empress. You have achieved so much, and you are connected with your higher power. This is your connection with the divine, with your spirituality, and with your intuition. And I know you're extremely intuitive, and you're following your heart, and you're listening to your guides as you're moving through your journey right now. Abundance is on your way with this Ten of Pentacles, and so you're not going to have a lot of financial problems during this period of time. You've got family, friends, you have ability to earn money when you need money. And I think you're going to, even though times are tough, groceries are going up, expenses are going up, you're going to be financially stable and financially okay. And you do have an ability. I always see animals around you. You can make some extra money if you need it, just by helping other people out with pet sitting, things like that, dog walking, whatever it is that you want to do. And things are just coming to you very quick. Just using that energy to move forward. I see that I'm doing a little bit of glitching. I hope it's coming through okay on the other end. But love the cards, and yeah, I dropped 4 cards instead of 3. Oops, my bad. It happens. Guess they wanted to speak. I go with the flow. It's the Piscean way. All right. Put the cards in. I always think it's funny when I'm reading for everybody that we end up with some card that keeps coming up again and again. And I used that being that moment card with the presence in the moment was in most of the readings yesterday. And it helps to live life in the now and not in the past. Definitely. But this card wants to come out for you, Tammy. And the theme is your divine beauty. It says, dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Even actions on earth have consequences. And even in the spiritual world, there is consequences for every action taken on your behalf. Right now, you're facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pays off. If something is a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it, and just by using your imagination and acting on that instead of reacting to what's being presented. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Move to the higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe always is always self-correcting anyways. Isn't that amazing? How we adore you. Now, how doesn't that fit into the reading we just did there, Tanny, and the readings I've heard for you both through me and through Brenda and Anne? So I love it. It's crazy how these cards resonate so well, isn't it? And next up is, I'm not sure, I hope I don't slaughter your name. Masilk. It's not a name I'm familiar with, but anyway, up next. My cards upset me. The underlying part of the reading is the Eight of Pentacles. This is hard work, diligent work. This is that apprentice card. Hard work leads you to success financially as well as opportunity. It's followed by the Ace of Cups. By your hard work, your cup will run us forward. This is abundance being met for you. Aces are beautiful cards, high energy cards. And although you have some worries in your way, it's nothing that you can't overcome. Realize that you need to release anything that's bothering you from your past. Work through it. If it's no longer serving you, take a look at what's bothered you, what negativeness was there, and look for something positive in that. I always say, when there's something negative, there's always something positive that comes out of it. There's a lesson we learn so we don't keep repeating mistakes. So as you're feeling down, try to identify what it is that's bringing you down. It's really easy to focus on what's negative. What's harder to do is recognize the positive news that came out of it. What did you learn from that? How can you move forward with that energy? You're waiting for your ships to come in right now with the Three of Wands, and your ships will come in because you get the intersection of the Wands, which is the Queen of Wands. That's using your creativity. This is a growth card. It's an uprising card. It's a transition card. Your chakras become in alignment as you're working through your issues and working hard to make achievements. You're going to use your knowledge, your creativity, that fire energy, that you're going to take action. It allows you to take care of yourself, your family, and all the needs that you have. So it's a wonderful, powerful card for you. You come into the reading with the life force energy. This is your recognizing your connection with Gaia, Mother Earth, and being grounded and source from above. This is that interconnection between your spirituality and your life here on Earth. As I always like to remember, you need to stay grounded. Take your shoes off, walk in the grass, walk out in the forest, in the trees, anything that will help you just ground to earth, sit on the ground, meditate, just focus on the beauty of nature. That will connect you with Gaia and will also connect you with your higher powers and source. It gives you time to slow your mind down and to focus on what is good for you. Always important to stay grounded. The center of the reading, you are the emperor. You are the control of your own destiny. This is your strength, your connection with spirit, that connection with guidance. And that's that powerful energy. You do rule your own direction, your own destiny, and you live life within your strength. You are a hard worker. You're a go-getter. So you realize that you are connected and one with spirit, and you will continue in that path. We get the embodiment of wands. This is that king of wands. Kings are always the embodiment of it. You know, you got the queen and the king of wands. This is that marriage. This is could be your relationship with your spouse or people you work with that are close with you, or your significant other. But this is your ability to use that fire energy to create, to use your education, your knowledge to bring you forward. A lot of action card. You don't sit around waiting for things to happen to you. You take action and make them happen for yourself. That's why you got the underlying part of the apprentice, the hard worker, with that 8 of coins. So blessings to you. I hope that resonates. Yeah. I can't pull your card. Been bouncing them and one pops up. That's funny. And the theme is be fearless. Put these cards back in really quick. So. Get a good shuffle. In my throat. Be fearless. Dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, that there is times when you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being a giver and the healer and the rescuer. Oh, so many of us are guilty of that, aren't we? In the art of living, we sometimes overlook the importance of skills receiving gracefully with gratitude without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people. Maybe you. You do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that you have. You can give up the old stories that have you convinced that you have to do everything alone and there's no help. Oh, I've said this so many times to myself. Let your will be filled. It is really, really hard. I'm so used to doing things for other people that actually asking people to help me is really, really difficult. And I don't do a tit for tat. I've never expected that. And I know there's so many of us out there that are caretakers and givers and we're healers. And it's just part of our makeup that when we are vulnerable, it is hard to reach out to people and say, hey, I need a little help right now. Very, very hard. The final line is, we love you so, so much. So I love this card, though. That is so truthful. I know, if these cards resonate to anybody in the room, they're meant for everybody. So that's why we read them. I love the message, the postcard from Spirit. But it is so true. We're women, many of us in the room are women, not all of us, but we're all caretakers, we're all healers, we all have abilities, and we all tend to do more for others than we do for ourselves. That's why my card is the temperance card. And you guys are always telling me I need to take care of myself. Sometimes you just need to rest and pamper yourself and take care of your health and your needs and let other People do for themselves once in a while. Always easier said than done, though. I can dish it out, but acting it sometimes is very difficult. Okay, next up is Marby. Justice, balance. I don't know if you have something that you're going in contractually or not right now, but if you are, you do need to read the fine print before you sign anything and understand what you're getting into. Always great advice, never sign anything blindly, but it will bring you balance in life, whatever this is that's coming toward you. Yeah, the Four of Cups, that's a strong foundation, but the Cups is there are offers out there on the table. Take all offers under consideration before you make a decision. Don't take for granted that that last offer may not be the best offer, or I'm not saying it is the best offer, but don't dismiss something without thoroughly reading into all the offers that are presenting themselves towards you. You feel like you've been juggling things right now, but balance is coming toward you with this underlying card of the Justice card, which is a balance card, and then the Two of Pentacles card being going from juggling to balance. Yeah, you've got some balance coming towards you. I like that. Like that. We like balance. We come to the reading with the embodiment of cups. This is that King of Cups. This is that nurturing king that can bring abundance to his family, meet their needs emotionally and food resources, just all resources coming into your house and your energy into your world, your kingdom. So you do have that abundance. You're not in this alone, though. You have the Three of Cups. You're doing this in collaboration with others, and you celebrate because you do have achievements in this area. And you have reason to celebrate because it takes a team to get anything done. This could be your family team. This could be a team of people you work with. But it leads to celebration and that abundance. You're working in the higher power, that higher self. You're connected with your higher self, your higher consciousness. You're being guided into the directions you need to go. And you're listening to your higher self as you go through this direction. You get this stairway of heaven here, and there you are in the middle, rising up in it. Notice also that the stairway of heaven is also a balance of the chakra pillars. So you're in that chakra energy and you're being pulled into the light. So I love these cards. I love the balance. I love the message. It looks like you're really getting into a period of time of really good, settled balance. So I love it. Blessings to you. Pull you a postcard. I always like to see how the postcards relate to the readings. Why I always pull them after the readings rather than before, because that could influence how I would read the cards. It says, with love, dearest you, if you allow your awareness to settle in, you will hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement to you. You will know that the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but your first, the primary navigational system of your soul. You are entering into an age of consciousness. It is time to accept that The paranormal is normal. Human beings are multisensory, multidimensional beings. Spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover the essential truths here on earth, where we all agree to play. Today, trust your spidey senses. Read between the lines. Tune into the stories behind the stories. And the world will show you the miracles. Fear not. We are right here. And Spirit loves you. Trust the invisible. That's an interesting garden. Now, that definitely is one I have never read before. So that's really neat. Next up is JR. Get my computer there. And then Trin Zone. Oh, I've got Dean in the room too. I got Dean earlier. About throw a few cards for you, Dean. I know Snow's in the room, but he asked me to do a private reading. And anybody that wants a private reading, you can reach me through my email address. Got it like tarot333 at gmail.com. Our staff 989 at gmail.com. Or if you are on Facebook Messenger, send me a message. If your username is different than your online name, let me know who you are. So I will accept your friend request if you're not already in my chat list, and I'm more than happy to do private readings. Right now, I'll be happy to do them at $50, half price, and why not? Because I can. It's not about the money. It's about affordability and providing services to people. So. And when I do private readings, I do a lot of channeling. So if you want to schedule an appointment with me, I'd like to at least have 3 or 4 days notice if you want me to contact any level instead of crossover or anything like that. Give me their first names only, no details, and I will ask them to step forward and work with my guides, your guides, to have them connect with my guides so that I can channel energy from them and provide the message. I don't do any research. That's why I don't want any details or any last names, just first names only. So, JR, let's see what comes up today. Underlying card of the reading is that Ace of Swords, standing in that truth. That's your warrior energy, your parrot energy, standing up for what you believe in and not relinquishing your power to anybody. You get the life force energy. It is again. You're needing to stay grounded with Gaia and connected with the higher spirit. And this card is saying that you have the ability to do that, and I think you practice that on a pretty regular basis. You get the inspiration of Pentacles. That is the Queen of Pentacles. This is financial success. This is using your, bringing ideas to fruition, being able to earn money and manage money. This also indicates that you are connected with your higher self, with idealism. You know your ideas, your strengths, your power. You're connected with the divine. This could also represent the holy connection. Not necessarily the Bible, if you're not religious, but whatever it represents your spiritualism, your connection with the deity, with the higher powers. You're coming into this reading with, you've been doing a bit of juggling, but you're finding your balance with that Two of Pentacles. You don't do this alone, though. You do this in with partnerships with either your spouse, your significant other, your family members, or business partnerships and co-workers. You are getting recognized for your hard work and your diligence, though, during this period of time. Yes, these are cameras. This is the Six of Wands card. This is that recognition card. So whatever it is you're achieving right now, you're getting recognized for your hard work and your diligence that you bring to the table. I love these cards. Stay focused, stay within your truths, and you've got this made. Let me pull up these images. Ooh, that one jumped right out. But yeah, it says, you are magical. You get different themes on almost all the cards. Dearest you, there is a balance between activity and rest, ebb and flow. You cannot have one without the other. If you are faced with an obstacle right now, the best course is to surrender and non-resistance. Soon enough, you will see how easy it is to flow around it. Spoken from a true place. Now is one of those times when you must trust the river of your life. Go with the flow. See, I thought it was a Pisces statement. Go with the flow, and into the time you'll reach what you want, what you have your heart and hopes set on. Just remember, Spirit will keep your head above water and will direct you in the currents. When it's time for the greater effect, you will know exactly when you'll need to work those manifesting muscles. It can be challenging to master the flow cycle of life, but as you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. Enjoy the flow and trust the currents. They will right there with you with the little umbrella drinks, smiling at your success. Love you so very much. I love that card. And that definitely is a Pisces acknowledgement to the way to live life. I can hear Brenda going, yeah. I am a Pisces, and I am a totally go with the flow type of gal. Ride the wave, ride the current. We just don't do well when we're swimming in a circle. Next up is Trend Zone. Gel. Let's see what cards have for you today. Probably a pile full of pentacles. 8, 9, 10. Well, maybe not. Well, we get the Moon card, working through some of those energies. It's funny because I know your basement flooded. I think that's what you're working through is getting resolution to that. When I was watching Brenda's show, I heard, oh no, you got this. You'll negotiate it through. You're going to be financially fine. You get the Four of Swords. Yes, this is your stability. This is your strength as that warrior. You're connected with your angels, your guides. And you have the foundation that keeps you above water and keeps you in control of your destiny and your ability to negotiate. Yes, the stars are in your favor. So put it out to the universe what you want that outcome to be, and you will achieve it. Yes, balance, balance, balance. We come into this energy with the inspiration of cups. Inspiration of cups is that queen of cups. This is that nurturing queen. You know how to take care of you, your own, your family, and those things that are in your life and important to you. And this is also your balance and keeping your home, your emotional energy under check, and dealing with the things that you need to deal with to find that stability and dealing with right in the center of the reason. Oh, let's get the surprise card in here. Strength. Enough said. We know you're a strong person. Mr. Midas said you've got everything under control. You know what you're doing. You know how to deal with the money, your finances, negotiation. You got the full run there, dude. And yeah, all strength. And then we get the embodiment of wands. This is you, the king of wands. This is being able to be creative in anything you do. This is your ability, your knowledge, your know-how to get things done and to take care of your kingdom. This is that fire energy, getting things done, and the creativity you go about doing it. So I think it's all good. Yes, we didn't get a whole handful of pentacles, but this is the strength behind how you get those pentacle cards all the time. And getting through any obstacle that comes toward you, you go full straight ahead. You know what you're doing. You know how you protected yourself in advance, and you have the ability to get through any obstacles that come your way. Just a matter of time. So blessings to you, Gerald. And you got this. Totally got this. Bye, Snow Wolf. I will talk to you later this evening. Give me a buzz when you have time. We'll do your private reading. And I'm going to throw a quick. I don't have him in my list, but I did see him in the room. For Ding Ding, my crazy co-reader. So, Ricard, General 14. I just had a bunch of messages pop in. Underlying card, the High Priestess. Of course. He's always in touch with spirit and his higher self. He gets the Ace of Wands, that take action energy, where he's using his creativity, his knowledge, his strength. He is a teacher, and I like that. The wand is a pencil. Yeah. And you get the oneness card. Of course, your connection to divine energy, to spirit. You're always being guided. You're following your intuition. I know your abilities, and I know that you're deeply in tune with your guides and spirit, and you do take advice from your spirit, and you listen. You're coming into this reading with the Six of Pentacles. This is that, as you know, the Six of Pentacles is that charity card. This is, I'm hearing this is job related. This is working with those kids, those underdogs in the classroom, getting them up to the par, getting the ones in the, as you're reviewing your new class, getting those ones in the middle, rising up to grade level, getting the ones that are slipping behind, not falling through the cracks, getting them achieving, and working with each group of kids to help their needs and find their balance. Right in the center of the reading, you get the Inspiration of Pentacles. That is the Queen of Pentacles card. That's your, it's funny because my few cards earlier was, I believe it was the Queen of Pentacles that I got for you. And I told you then, I see money coming towards you. We've got an increase in pay coming up soon. And I think this is that is that pay increase, that financial stability, the ability to financially be stable. And yes, I believe I had the Knight of Pentacles for you. It's steady money coming in. It's not big riches and like hit the lottery, but it's your ability to cover all your needs and everything. Balance is in the Justice card. You're not going into anything legally right now, but you are finding your balance in life. You're balancing your home life, your personal life, and your work life. And you're finding really great balance during this period of time. So, like I always say, go with that flow, Dean. I think you just ride the tide and enjoy life as it's presenting itself to you. Seek out your hopes and dreams, and you're going to stay right on track. I think we've got a really good classroom this year, really good group of students, and you're going to be able to take it on with no problem. So, love you to death. I will talk to you later. And thank you all for coming in today. I appreciate it. Have fun reading for everybody. Did I miss you, Brenda? I did miss you on your card for you too. I did do a reading for you yesterday. As I tell everybody, if you miss your reading and I've read for you, you can always go back into the transcript. Scroll down till you see your name, because I always announce who I'm reading for at the beginning of each reading, and you see your name, click at that timestamp, and it goes straight to that name, to that period. You don't have to watch the entirety of the show. But feel free to watch the entirety of the show, because it does count for the logarithms. So, if you do like I do, you get busy around the house and just let it play so you can hear in the background. Or Brenda. Off the bat, like cards. You got a little bit of worry. It's nothing you can't make work through. But like I always say, look at the obstacles that you've overcome and take all the positive, moving it forward. And this may be you're helping others that have worries, because I know you are a healer, a caregiver. Everything is moving very quickly right now, so everything's on that fire energy with that 8 of Wands, moving forward quick. And of course, you get the embodiment of Wands. The embodiment is that King of Wands, that creativity, that knowledge, that power, using your chakra energy. I think this is part of what you're contributing out there to the world as that King of Wands, as a healer, is the fire energy of healing and chakra alignment, and using those abilities. I know you're a Pisces. You're a Pisces that has great knowledge across the board in their spirituality. And of course, with things going up and down and you're jumbling around with so many things on your plate, you always find a way to find that balance. Coming right into the reading is you are strength. I think, I've known you for a long time, and you function in full strength. You know what you do. You know what your abilities are. You're there to help others, and you use all your strength to do that. Your prayer list, your Reiki, your healing, your readings, your contributions to society are just beautiful. You're a beautiful person. You're such a talented person. Right in the center of the reading, you get the Spirit of Pentacles. This is that messenger card that says, financial stability, your money is coming in. It's slow, it's steady. You have the ability to earn money as you need it. You're like me. You don't go for the highest grab of cost of readings and stuff like that. You provide a service because you were given a gift to provide an affordable service and to help others. And of course, with the 8 of Pentacles, this is the hard work you put in with your weekly readings, with all your private readings, with your different programs, sponsoring different people like me and Anne, Dean, and Sharon, and other people that you've worked with throughout the years. helping support and helping us build our channels. So always working hard with your gifts that God has given you for you to share it out to the universe, just like the rest of us. So I love you to death, Brenda. If you guys, well, I know everybody in the room watches Brenda because I know everybody in the room. I've seen you all on Brenda's channel. So do catch Brenda and Ann on Sundays at 11 Pacific time, 2 o'clock Eastern time. I always follow her on Sundays at 2 o'clock Pacific time, 5 o'clock Eastern time. With a little break between them. Hi, Kikilo. I have time to do another reading because I am only an hour in, and you will be our last reading for the day because we're just getting ready to close. But since I'm only an hour in, this is a very small group today. I'm more than happy to read for you. I mean, this is the first time you've been in my channel, isn't it, Kiki? Give me a yes or no because I don't recognize your name. Maybe I do. I'm thinking maybe I do. Somebody else uses law in their name. I'm a paranormal. Oh, you're subscribed already. Oh, but it's the first time in the chat. Okay, I'll throw a Celtic for you. I like to throw a Celtic first time in the chat. So yes, I'm a retired paralegal. Don't know what you do for a living, but I don't do legal questions. So. Comes too close to legal advice, and we don't cross that line in the paralegal. So, but law can mean any kind of law for all that matters. So I've helped you. The underlying card of the reading is the Nine of Pentacles. That is financial success coming your way. It is followed by the Action of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords. This is you taking charge. This is that warrior energy. You're going to stand up for what it is you believe in. You're not going to come down on this. You'll fight for your beliefs, and you will fight to the end. This is that the energy towards truth, justice, and what is right. It is followed by the Ace of Swords. Boy, you are definitely law-oriented. What is right? The rights and wrongs of the world. And this is that positive, powerful warrior energy card. This is truth. You seek truth and justice. As we come into the reading, you are beginning a cycle that's ending and rebirth with the death and rebirth card. So you're ending an old cycle and moving into a new cycle during this period of time. Right in the center of the reading that sets the foundation of your reading is you're waiting for your ships to come in with that Three of Wands. And your ships are going to come in, and what they're going to be delivering to you is the abundance. Abundance. You get the golden egg right in the center. This is bringing abundance, ability to bring in what's needed into your house, into your life, and to meet all the needs that you have around you. Above you is fantastic energy. You are on your life path with the Wheel of Fortune. You're working through that maze of life, and you are on path and moving in a positive way in good fortune. You have been in some unstable waters recently, but you are, with the Six of Swords, you are moving into the calmer waters now. Things are going to settle down and fall right into place where you need them to be. So trust in the motion, the action. As you're moving into the future, you're taking that strength, that power as the Empress. You're connected with your higher spirits, your guides. And with that connection, it allows you to move in a very positive way. You're listening to the guidance and the directions and the opportunities that are being brought forth to you. And you're taking that direction from that higher source, that connection with your higher source. Stay grounded. This is the energy that you're currently feeling like. You need to stay grounded and stay connected with your spirituality, with your higher self. By grounding yourself, this is going to allow you to stabilize and to get better sleep, better connection with spirit. It allows you to stop and slow down and slow your mind down and let spirit speak to you. So take the time every day to go out in nature, take your shoes off or sit down on the ground in the park, someplace peaceful, and just take a few minutes and meditate or just enjoy nature, the sound of nature. Close your eyes, get connected with earth, allow yourself to ground, allow yourself to calm down, let your mind slow down, and just absorb that moment of quietness in your mind that will reset your day and your body so that you can function through life. This brings you an atmosphere of success, financial success with this Ace of Pentacles. And I always love this because it reminds, I'm a Pisces, this reminds you of that Pisces card. This is financial abundance, financial stability. That this is, of course, a sign of abundance, of being able to put food on the table, meet the needs of others. You have a fish, you can feed one person, you teach somebody to fish, you can feed a village. So this is that financial abundance that's coming your way. The fish is delivering you financial abundance, and it's a very positive card. The advice from Spirit is the inspiration of swords. This is that Queen of Swords. This is a no-guff queen. She doesn't take BS from anybody. She stands in her truth, her spirit, her power. She doesn't let others overpower her. She doesn't take the BS from the world. She stands in that truth as she moves forward, as she runs her household, her life, her business. This is that strong, powerful queen. You do have some, you get the moon card. This is your final outcome. You are still working with some of that shadow things from your past or prior life lessons you're learning, but you're learning those lessons. Recognize anytime you have a run-in with an obstacle or something, that you evaluate what you've gone through. Don't focus on the negative things that you've gone through. What did you learn from them? How can you move forward, and what are you going to take with you? And sever the things that are no longer serving you. You don't need to carry those burdens with you anymore. If you recognize the lessons in which you've learned and pull the positive, you do not repeat them again. It allows you to move forward into ascend. So always remember, anytime you achieve an obstacle, acknowledge the obstacle. What was it that set you back? And how did you overcome it? And what did you learn from it? Then focus on the positiveness of what you learned, and it'll allow you to ascend and grow and not repeat that again, because you'll recognize it the next time you face an issue that's similar to it. So I hope that is helpful. That is going to end my program today. I know it's a 3-day weekend tomorrow in the United States. So those of you that are in the U.S., it is Labor Day weekend. I want everybody to enjoy the beautiful weekend. I hope it is not as hot in your area as it is here in California. I'm in Central California, which is one of the harder climates of the area, of the state of California. I do not have an ocean view, and in the middle of the state. No, we are in 101 degrees here, so I hope you guys are all in cooler climates and don't have to fight off the humidity. I am looking forward to, we're in the process of getting our house ready to put up on the market, and we're going to be moving back east to the Maryland area. Well, we'll have to deal with some of the humidity, but a lot cooler temperature. Yeah, humidity can make 75, 80 degrees feel like 100, depending on how high the humidity is, but there's always air conditioning. And I'm a firm believer in going solar. So if I buy a house without solar, I'll be adding it. But until then, everybody have a great weekend. If you're out partying with family, drink, drink, and enjoy yourself. If you drink, drink smart and wise, and don't drink and drive. And just enjoy the beautiful weekend with family, friends as you celebrate us all being hard workers. So everybody have a blessed weekend. I will see you next Saturday at 2 o'clock, and then I will be on Sunday at 2 o'clock. And I'm feeling better. It's great to be back to me again. And everybody have a wonderful weekend. Blessings to you all.